Alright, this problem, again, I worked out algebraically, and now I'm going to work out simply on my calculator. So it says you're making a coffee table with a glass top surrounded by a cherry border. The glass is 3 feet by 3 feet. You want a cherry border to be of uniform width. You have 7 square feet of cherry to make the border. What should the width of the border be? You still have to do some algebra on here, obviously, to come up with an equation. So I'm going to visualize, first of all, this coffee table. Here we go. So I'm making a coffee table with a glass top surrounded by a cherry border. So the glass, let's see if I can try to, oh sorry, it's supposed to be square. You get the idea. But this is a 3 by 3. This is my glass. And I want the cherry border to be of uniform width. So that means if this is X, that's X. All the way around it is X, right? Nice uniform width. And I have 7 square feet of cherry to make the border. So all of that border going around should be 7 square feet. So I know that this, I could certainly break up. Well, there's actually 2 ways. And I did this on the previous video, so I'm not going to work them out 2 ways again. But I'm going to break this up into squares and rectangles. Okay, so I'm going to start with this square right here. I know that this is X, and this is X, and that's X. So this chunk right here is X squared. That means because this is a square, all of these corners are going to be X squares, right? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 X squared. Then this rectangular piece is going to be the same here, and here, and here. So this is 3, this is X, so this piece is going to be 3X, 3X, 3X. So 1, 2, 3X times 4 is 12X. And that is all of my cherry border, which should be 7 square feet. So I'm going to get everything to one side, of course, because it's a quadratic. And I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to find the solution, the 0, the root, the x-intercept, right? So if I go to my y equals and type in that equation, so 4x squared plus 12x minus 7. Try a zoom standard window, see if I can see what I want to see. I know this quadratic should be opening up, right? And I'm looking for whatever x-intercepts, and I can see them both here. I like to get rid of all that excess space. You don't have to. So I'm going to change my x max to 2 and my x min to -8. I don't remember where my excess space was at this point. Now, I don't care about the negative x-intercept because I can't have a negative width. So I'm going to hone in on my positive one right there, and I'm going to calculate the 0. So second, calculate, go to 0. And I want to get my cursor over there first, so give yourself a second to get there. And there's my cursor. So left bound, again, it's opening up, so I'd go down and come back up. So it's actually below if I follow the path of the parabola. Right bound is above it. Press enter on guess, and my 0 is 0.5. So that means the width of my border should be 1/2 foot. And that was pretty slick.